Hey, good morning everybody. So Brittany and Priya at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. Hey Nora, hi Mary. Hi Sean, hi Kim. Hi Priya. Yo, that was a good job. Hi Kara. Hi Karen. Hello Pam, I've missed you guys. Hey Marlene. It has been a busy couple of weeks. And I've been doing all kinds of Amazon training and webinars and my goodness. Just busy. Busy like Priya. It's also been panicure this week. So on Sunday the cats were fasted, and then Monday, Tuesday, today's the last day of it. It's a quarterly deworming that we do. And it takes a lot of patience on the cat's part and on our part. But it's gone really good. Today's the last day for panicure, and then all of the regular diets will come back tomorrow, which the cats will be very happy about. Hey Michael. So this is Priya Tiger. Yeah, Bravo and Tango were released. That was a 13-hour round trip for that release. Only 4 of us went, and it went really well. I'm very, very proud of those boys. It was really awesome. The lady that had actually originally rescued them and then contacted us was there, and it was really great to meet her. Beth Kali actually lives next door to Priya, where Cameron and Zabu used to live. So that direction, right on the other side there. Good morning. Yeah, I believe that she should have already been fed, to be totally honest. So right now she's just faking everybody out. But again, because it was panicure this week, smaller amounts of food are fed, and to ensure that they're actually getting the medication. And then later this afternoon will be snack afternoon. We'll all be able to start doing operant conditioning again and good stuff. Yeah, the boys did really good. Bravo and Tango both took off, and that's what we wanted. So yes, I know. Are you just gonna hang there? Yeah, it's always very emotional. Her name was Chris. She actually rehabs like possums and raccoons and things like that, not bobcats. That's not in her wheelhouse. So she was just so excited about the whole progress. She'd been watching them on Explore, just like all the rest of us. And it's just one of the coolest, most emotional things. I've kind of made an executive decision that I won't be going live for Bobcat releases anymore. Mainly because it's always a huge disappointment to everyone. I think the last one I did was the Irish trio, and it was a total disaster, and I cried for like 2 days. Look how pretty wrong direction. It's very like misty and like moist in the air, even though it's beautiful and sunny today, yet it's not humid. It's really kind of a strange day. But anyway, for the Irish trio, tried to go live and the connection kept failing, and then it overheated literally at the moment that the doors were opening and they started to run. And I was devastated, and all the viewers were mad and devastated, so I just have decided we're gonna go back to how we used to do it. And that was just having Afton or I film, and then we put together a little video for you guys. Jamie took photos and I filmed yesterday. Hi Keisha. Hi sweet girl. We haven't said hi to you for a while. Yeah. You eating grass? That looks fun. This is Keisha Tiger. Stella, we don't release their official release site information, but as I mentioned, it was a 13-hour round trip, so a lot of driving. This
This is Miss Keish.
All the cats love eating that thick sawgrass. It's what you usually see Beecher eating, but a lot of the tigers like it too. Keisha and Kali both really like it. Good morning, everybody. If you're just joining, we have only just seen Priya for a couple of seconds. And now we're over here with Keisha. Keisha is 18 years old. She will be 19 this year. Eating grass. I know for a fact she already ate breakfast because I heard Karma radio that she did well.
Hi. I just got a little closer. Just so the bars weren't in the way. We can keep going.
Bravo and Tango ran in exactly the same direction, but a few feet apart from each other. So I don't think there was any issue with them finding each other at all. Is that good stuff?
My goodness. My goodness.
So yeah, I believe they'll probably stick together for a while, but Bobcats, in all reality, they will split off when they're old enough to want to breed and mate and build their own territories. So I'm sure they'll stay together for a little while though. Just Keisha eating some grass this morning. I came to her because the reason I've kind of not been doing morning lives is because during panic year it's just so important to get the cats to eat. And they really don't like the dewormer, so we have to give them as much time and space as possible. So, and then trying to think about doing afternoon ones, I've just been too busy. I've been really engulfed with Amazon. We've got lots of big holidays coming up that I'm hoping our sales will increase for the cats. Things like Easter and Mother's Day and Father's Day and all that fun stuff. So
You got some grass stuck in your teeth?
so silly.
I'll get it.
Yeah, Keisha's really a fighting spirit. She is really inspirational. Keisha came to us from a really terrible facility in New York. She's the product of inbreeding between her mother and her brother, who was Zeus. They were obviously breeding to try to create white tigers because you can only get a white tiger through inbreeding. And she was housed in a really terrible enclosure that was with a shared wall with lions, which is why she does not have a tail. And she's also missing part of that ear that's closest to us. She also suffered a stroke last summer. Scared us to death, but has made a pretty darn good recovery. Her mom passed away about 6 months after being rescued because she was so far gone. But Zeus and Keisha hung in there for a while. We just lost Zeus last June, and it was only a few weeks later that she had a stroke, so.
You got that grass stuck in your teeth. I can't floss for you, sorry.
Thank you so much, Kathy, for your donation. Good morning, Deborah. Hi, Jinx. Thank you to everybody helping answer questions. Usually when I'm this close to a tiger, I'm watching the tiger because they can turn in an instant, especially this girl. She can be very silly and sweet, but she's also as fierce as Amanda. If you follow us regularly, that makes sense to you. If you want to learn about any of the cats that live here at Big Cat Rescue, you can go to bigcatrescue.org/catbio. Oh, we moved on to a different plant. Move it on. I don't want to spook her either, which is kind of why I'm staying a little bit further back. Thank you so much, Barbara, for your donation. Hi, Donna Marie. We're just having a little chat with Keisha Tiger here at Big Cat Rescue. We are located in Tampa, Florida. I think I saw somebody ask about our tours. We're open to the public for guided tours every day of the week besides Thursdays. That's the only day that it's just volunteers and staff on property, and it's a big project day. Where are you gonna get settled for your beautiful view? She absolutely loves to lay here and stare out over the lake. Good morning, Peggy. Where are you going, pretty lady? Hey, Candy. I think I saw Bethany on here too. Tammy, you can learn a little more in detail about our cages at bigcatrescue.org/cages, but they are constructed in a multi-bubble system, so you can see there's like a guillotine door right there. So each cat has multiple sections, and we can shift them around by opening and closing guillotine doors. But each bubble is between 12 and 1,800 square feet each, and they have multiples of those. Oh, that's not going to be an easy spot for me to look at you. That's okay, though. Thank you so much, Linda, for your donation. All right, you moved away. Hi, Debbie in Australia. That is the place on my bucket list, especially my husband's bucket list. To be honest, I can't really answer why the cage can't be expanded to the lake. I would imagine the construction and stability is probably the biggest reason. We only have 2 enclosures on property that are built like that. But all that cage construction was gone long before I arrived, so I'm not totally sure. But each section for the tigers does have swimming pools, and Keisha actually has access to 3 different swimming pools right now. All these little, she's got this one, the other one I just passed, and then the one that is right next to us. Nor, Paris is definitely on my bucket list. I don't know about my husband's. It'll happen someday though. Marie, one of our master keepers here, she goes home to Paris and actually Spain frequently, multiple times a year, usually to visit her dad. And she came back with all kinds of goodies from Paris for me the last time. It got me really excited. Someday. Joanne, I don't know if Keisha is really acting like she misses Cully. I mean, she's been, here for several years and has been around a lot of different tigers. So she's not acting any different. Like, she's not refusing medicine. She's not eating, things like that. Oh boy, if you guys want to know my list of where I want to travel, we'll be here all day. Hi, Miss Lou. Where's my Lily girl?
Hi, you want to show everybody how pretty you look without some of those mats? Yeah, see, look how pretty I look. This is Tiger Lily. Oh, you can get me. I know. Hi, gorgeous. I know. I showed up with no treats and no sickle. You're all wet. You are so wet. Oh no. I'm gonna have to do some more brushing. I love that fierce little girl. You told me. You put me right in my place. Good job. Here she goes.
I actually came over here because I wanted to work my way up towards Purrfection. I felt bad. Last time I went live, everyone was like, I want to see Purrfection, 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 and she's hardly ever out unless it's late evening or breakfast time. Oh, I see 2 more bobcats though that we don't normally get to see. Thurston and Lovey. So we'll kind of work our way forward. Pretty sure if I run into some feeders though, we might just kind of call this quits for today. Leanne, her chin is still the most sensitive for her. Like, she does not appreciate that, and shows me with her eyes that she doesn't appreciate the scratcher going near her her chin, but
hi, Lovey. That's a Lovey Bobcat. Hey, pretty girl.
but I think it's also because the only way that I've been able to groom Tiger Lily is to give her a blood sickle, and a pretty decent sized one too, because we can spend a good 45-50 minutes just kind of hanging out. And so usually about 15 minutes into her with her sickle, she will start allowing me to use the scratcher.
There's Thurston. You still waiting on breakfast?
Thank you, Barbara, for your donation. You guys all really, really mean a lot to these cats. Without you guys, none of this would be possible. So thank you guys so much for the donations and for sharing and telling people you know about us and making the call to the wild. We have just some of the greatest supporters in the whole world. Anyway, back to my Lily story. I think probably a main reason why the neck and the chin doesn't work so well at this point is because she's usually involved with licking a popsicle. And that's messing with her vibe there. So, all right, let's walk up. I see Purrfection out, so we ought to be able to actually see her today. It's Tanya with Breezy. Like I mentioned, it's the last day for panicure, so it's just very important that the cats eat. So I'm not gonna mess with anybody who's got food, but there's Purrfection.
Hi, sweetness. Look how pretty you are on your green grass. Hi. Hi, gorgeous. Say, did you bring the food? Oh, that's Tut calling.
That's the most FaceTime I've probably ever gotten from Purrfection. And there she goes. So we'll definitely walk over and say hi to Tut.
Well, lady.
Go say hi to Tut.
Hi, Tut. Hi, sweet boy. Tut is a Savannah cat. Hi. Hi, silly. Say, hurry up. Were you grooming? You're in the middle of grooming? Yeah, I guess he was grooming. You got wet spots all over you.
Yeah, it's not actually raining here, but it's like just really thick moisture in the air, and there's just moisture just falling out of the trees. It keeps feeling like it's starting to rain, but it's not.
Cutie boy. What are you doing? Say, come back over here, Tanya. You have the food.
I can hear Purrfection behind me growling. You guys can hear her little growling noises. Thank you again to everybody who's helping answer questions. I do try to go back to my desk and answer any questions that weren't answered during the live feed. No, Tut actually does have nails. He, for his sake, was not declawed, which is nice. Where'd she go? That's a great question. When the cats rub along the side of the cage, are they being affectionate or are they being territorial? So it's definitely territorial. It looks like they're being cute and sweet. Sounds like Priya calling in the background.
Hi. Can I see your pretty face one more time? Face one more time.
But cats have glands all over them, especially their feet and their face, and it is how they mark their territory. That and scratching, spraying urine, and even vocalizations. She's
treat ladies.
Somehow the tiny kid tastes better on a stick.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. They're like, you're gonna make me eat that, at least like hand feed it to me. But it is important, as you guys saw with cats like Zukari, who got a whole parasite load just because they love to catch frogs and lizards and birds and eat things that are kind of random. So we've got to keep them nice and healthy. So we do flea and tick prevention as well as dewormings. I see Simba Savannah out. Mary, I've never actually heard Purrfection make any other noises besides growling. And I think I saw somebody ask if Tiger Row was ready for the Guatemala boys. It's getting there. This is Simba. He's also a Savannah.
And he's like, gimme, 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 gimme that food. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
So they must have just gotten started feeding if they were just over there with Breezy and Andy. Means they still have Smalls and Pharaoh and everybody. Oh, my camera does not want to focus through this 2x2 or 2x4 wire. But the cages on Tiger Island have been getting raked and new platforms and weeds pulled and all that good stuff. Jamie and Victor and lots of additional helpers have been making, I think they've gotten one pool formed and constructed, but now comes the tough part, which is all the plumbing to tie it into the lake.
I know, big boy. I know, big boy. They're coming. Yes, they are coming.
Oh, he's too much. Let's go over and say hi to Pharaoh real quick. Maybe we can swing back over when they feed Simba. He's usually not picky, but as I said, I really don't want to be a distraction where the cats refuse to take it. Oh, there was Ariel. Now she's gone. Hi, sweet boy.
Are you smiling? I'll take that as a smile. Yeah, this is Pharaoh. Hi, cute boy. That was really cute. I know.
He's sniffing me and realizing that I brought nothing.
Now he's mad. I know. Such a talker.
That's Nala in the background.
Everybody's talking.
Yes, they're all hangry, you're right. Just wait till this afternoon, everybody will be back in a food coma because we'll be able to spoil them with treats.
The medication is very, very important. Very, very important. So this is Pharaoh. Pharaoh is actually an African serval, but he's extremely rare. African servals look a little more like the cat you just saw, Simba, because Savannah cats are created through a hybrid of an African serval and a domestic house cat. Oh my goodness, we're all just so excited.
Yeah, Pharaoh actually makes really, really, really cute noises. He usually only does it for Jamie. All right, I hear them going back over to Simba, so I'm gonna just kind of he gets bouncy food.
Bouncy fish.
Yeah, the fish is always the hardest. And he eats so fast that it's nice to spread the food all around so he doesn't gobble it so fast. He's quiet. He's just hungry.
There's a shrimp by your bowl.
very fast.
So he's eating in his feeding lockout. So it's just a small box extended off the side of their main enclosure. It's where they know they can come to get food and fresh water. We also use it for vet purposes. So if we ever need to get a really close look at them or catch them and transport them somewhere else, we can call them into these lockouts and close the door. So it's a happy place for them. He's such an expert at doing that.
He's like, I want it, but
I wanted it
I'll
too
throw
much.
it out.
It's a little bouncy. I'm gonna do it more in the back foot.
There we go. Every last bite. Well, that was fairly uneventful because he's usually a chatty guy, but let's go back over and see Nala. She's up and moving. And there's Ariel. Hi, Ariel. She's also like, give me that food.
I know. You're such a cute boy. How am I supposed to walk away? I know, sweetness. They're coming to you next. They're coming to you next.
Thank you to everybody who's trying to help Daryl understand what we're all about. We really do encourage newcomers and for people to ask questions. I really appreciate all of you guys trying to help him understand that we do not believe in breeding. We are one of the world's largest accredited sanctuaries. We don't do any buying, selling, trading, breeding, or touching any of these cats. They've all come from really bad situations or private ownership, abandoned, abused, and neglected. So we take care of them for the rest of their lives here. Generally, we take in some of the worst cases because we have amazing supporters like you. We wouldn't be able to take on a cat that may live well into their 20s and have a ton of medical issues if it wasn't for you guys.
Are they bringing your food finally? So you stop being mad at me. He's a wild boy.
And there's Ariel. Ariel's a lockout cat, so she has to lift the door. It's Ariel Bobcat. Diana, that definitely doesn't look like a house cat to me. Look how huge he is. It's an African serval. They belong in Africa. But he's, like I mentioned earlier, extremely rare. It's the same as making a white tiger. So somewhere along the line, his parents were closely related or had the leucism gene already in their system. And that resulted with Pharaoh and the late Tonga. It's a pretty rare treat for you guys. You see Ariel eating breakfast as well as Pharaoh. Thank you very much, Marianne.
was that it?
Actually, his ears are way bigger than your common house cat. Servals are kind of known as the cat of many parts. They've got a very unusual proportion to them, but it's perfect for them in their natural environment. They are one of the greatest hunters. They're like the greatest hunter in the big cat world. They're the most successful at it.
Okay, where's the rest?
Good job.
So feeding happens here every day between 8 and 9. And it varies on species, age, any other special requirements. But as I've mentioned about 100 times already today, This is Panicure Week, which is a deworming. We do that quarterly. So they get a very small amount of food with the medication in it, and then later this afternoon they will be getting the rest of their full diets, and then they'll be back on their regular schedule. But most of the cats get anywhere from, 8 to 12 ounces all the way up to a few pounds of food. Tigers get between usually 8 pounds up to 12 pounds, again depending on size, age, and any other individual needs that they might have. So for a little while they'll all hang around for second breakfast. Alright everybody, I have a million things I gotta do, so I only meant to show you like Keisha, and then I kept walking. So thank you again to everybody that was helping me answer questions. I know we have a lot of newcomers in this feed, so thank you guys so much for reaching out to them, trying to help educate them. And if I've missed anything that nobody else has been able to answer, I will probably reach out to you in the comments after our staff meeting today.
Sorry, bud. You'll get operant later.
So thank you so much to the 4 people that donated and everybody who shared this feed today. Weather permitting, we'll try to go live with you guys and get back into a normal schedule tomorrow, and then next week hopefully I have a normal work week. We'll see how it goes.
All right, Mr. Man.
And that's our cue. Everybody have a great day. Sometimes he gets the zoomies when he scratches his tree. That's why I'm lingering. That might be a false alarm. All right. I know, but tomorrow's my Friday, so my work week is not like everybody else's. Let's just put it that way. All right. Bye, everybody.